I've just been on a 4-hour call, and what better to do after talking for about 4 hours straight than going into another video, which is talking for 30 minutes straight. Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon 3D. In today's episode we're going to go through the Safari Zone, hopefully only once because I probably more than once because I won't remember what to do. And then we're also going to battle Koga. I did not grind any Pokemon between last episode and this one because last episode we took on a gym with 3 level 50 Pokemon. And in this episode we're going to take on a gym with only 1 level 50 Pokemon. So I figured, you know what? We're probably going to be fine. There might be a death, or 2, or 3, because if the level 50 Pokemon or even level 45 Pokemon Koga has, one of them turns out to be a fuck. Or the likes Jolteon. Please don't stay in that ball because I didn't mean to. Thank you. So yeah, even one of those is a legendary, I am in for a little bit of trouble, especially if it's a Mewtwo. Because Mewtwo, I don't really have anything to do with Mewtwo properly. I mean, Venom is something, but it's not particularly great. Its type is, I mean, it gets stab and super effectiveness against Mewtwo, but other than that, it's just not that great. No more room for items. That's probably not good. As a matter of fact, that's probably very bad. So let's use a couple of healing items here. I'm going to need room for at least 2 items here. I don't have any effects, but oh god damn it! Oh no. So I have to toss an item? Let's toss an Awakening. Probably should have waited tossing that item until... It's not the item I wanted. I think the item I want is in here though. I think you give me the HM for Surf. Nope, you don't. Do you? You don't. Do you? I don't think you do. This was useless. Actually, do steps in here counts? They do. That's fucked. No, don't want that. So if we make it out of here with only one of the 2 items we need, we might go to the Pokemon Center to put some of our items away. Again, I've just been talking for 4 hours. I might misspeak a little bit every here and there. You're going to have to give me a little bit of a break on that one. Because, I mean, I could just not record, but I was bored and I have a lot of time because it's the weekend. And you know what I have during the weekends? A shitload of time because I don't have work on the weekends because that's what the weekend is. But that also means that I'm very bored most of the time during the weekend. Also, what is the use for that entire area? There's no grass. There's no places that lead anywhere else. What the only use for that place is to confuse people and to make people waste steps. And running into a lot of good Pokemon here in the Safari Zone. And again, mashing the button, don't stay. Gonna have to release that Kingler, remind me. Don't remind me because by the time this goes up, it'll be like 3 weeks ago probably by the time. No, 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks. I was planning on recording a lot more today, but then like the call came in between all of that, and I was planning to record a little bit more today, and by the end of the weekend I probably would be 3 weeks ahead. That's not going to happen anymore because tomorrow I do need to record a podcast as well. That's a Blastoise. So I don't have time enough to record another week's worth of episodes. So we're only still about 2 weeks ahead of uploading, which still is quite... I'm gonna try. That doesn't work. Okay, I just wanted to know whether or not that would work on a Mewtwo. How the Safari Ball would interact with Mewtwo's you can't fucking hit me with a Pokeball mechanic. The answer is it works just like you would expect. And that is, he dodges your Pokeball. No more room for items. I just need to know what all of the items are. What is TM40? Is it going to be something useful for me? Skull Bash. Don't particularly want to give that to anybody, to be honest. TM46, that is Psywave. Let's not toss that quite yet. I mean, I can toss a Lemonade. I won't pick up the item here. I won't pick up this item. I've only got 141 steps. I don't think I've got enough steps to make it to both the areas I need to be at. I might not even have enough steps to make it to one of the areas I need to be at. Mostly because it's an Ammonite. That's not a reason. Please stop using Safari balls when meshing A. Thank you. Mostly because I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to be going. That is a very big part of why I probably won't make it. I think I'm going in the right direction. How many steps do I have left? Under 100. You need to get both Surf and something tells me that this might be it. It's the gold teeth. And then I think Surf is in the building right 53. I think I'm making it. I think I made it. You give me Surf. I need to toss one thing. I'm gonna toss the max ether. If you don't give me Surf and I run out of steps regardless, I'm gonna be slightly annoyed. Also, I can actually get yet another Pokemon before going into the gym, which I will do. Because south of Fuchsia City, you can surf or fish, obviously, on that route to get a Pokemon, which... Just stop talking to me, I know what an HM is. Which is another encounter, and it's a separate route from the route leading up to Seafoam Islands, coming from Cinnabar. So, how many steps do we have left? Just 11, just like waste them in here. And that is the Safari Zone done. So, we're going to catch one more Pokemon, then we're going to go to Koga's gym, and do I have anything on my team that can learn Surf? I mean, I definitely do, but do I have anything on my team that I want to give Surf to? That is the question I'm really asking here. And the answer is only Nick. That's too bad. At least we've got a water type move on the team, finally, even if it's on Nick, which has a horrible special stat. What did I get rid of? What did I get rid of? What did I get rid of? Dragon Rage! It's not horrible. Could be better. Let's see, Nick. Your stats. It's actually not that bad, honestly. Together with Stab, Surf might be a decent move to have, which means that we now can actually take care of Fire types just that little bit easier. Because Fire types were a bit of an issue before. There's not that many of them, but I don't have a Ground type move on my team anymore. I now do have a Water type move on my team, luckily. And I don't think I have a Rock type move on my team either. So there was some potential problems there with you can get a free rare candy here, can't you? Because you get strength and then the item over there. I know you can't see where I'm pointing to, but you can see the item on the right hand side of the screen. Somebody be Texan. Yeah, no, okay. So that's a follow-up to the call I had today. About like technical difficulties coming up with projects I'm working on. I'm working on, well, we did some like conference, well, not conference call, it was just like one-on-one call, but it was like, we did some, wait, what? Wait, what? Did they change Fuchsia City in Pokemon Yellow? Because I'm fairly certain that usually going south from Fuchsia City, you do that by going south from the... Can you not go south from Fuchsia City in Pokemon Yellow? Oh, you can. Never mind, you can. Okay. I was getting very worried there for a moment because that looked like I couldn't go south. Which means an entire route would have just been eradicated from existence. Just like snapped away. And that wouldn't have been good. That would not have been good. Because, frankly, it wouldn't have mattered that much. Let's give HMO 2, I think, as Fly. Let's give that to Blaze. Because we're going to also go to the power plant today. Because we can get a Pokemon there. And I want to get all the Pokemon I can before the 8th gym. And then we might actually do that. Depending on how much time we have left, we might not do that today. We might do that next episode. Or the episode after that. Definitely before we go into Victory Road, we will do that. We will do this route here today, though. That much is for sure. Can I skip all of you as well? I think I might be able to. Your range is... What? Fucking what? It's level 29. I'm fine. I'm level 40. Don't freak out. You're fine. You can just slash the son of a bitch. You'll probably critical hit because you're so much faster. And that didn't take it out in one hit, which is a little bit sad. Also, somebody... Wait. In Discord a while ago, I was talking to some people and we were talking about how Charizard can't learn Fly. Clearly that is false information. Maybe they changed it after Gen 1, but I have a Charizard here with Fly. And it makes sense that Charizard can learn Fly. I mean, there's Pokemon that can't learn Fly that don't make a lot of sense. Like Scyther. It's got wings. It's pretty big. Should learn Fly. And then Pidgey and Sparrow can learn Fly. Like Zubat can't learn Fly either though, can it? I think it can't. I probably should have switched out here. Gonna be honest with you. I guess Fly works. Even though it hurts me a little bit, but it's not that bad. It's literally 7 HP. It's 1/16th. And I did a one-shot to Gengar. And now you got me confused. Okay, this is starting to be an issue, slowly but surely. I mean... Oh no, I accidentally pressed the... What happened? What was that? The fuck? That's not okay. What the fuck kind of move did he use? What? What was that? I mean, I hit myself in confusion. That's some HP damage, but... What? I mean, yeah, Gengar does deal a lot of damage. I probably shouldn't have done that. That could have been bad. That could have been really, really bad. Yeah, no, that definitely, that's my bad. That shouldn't have done that. That was a really bad decision on my part. Oh yeah, you have to... Wait a second, can I not use Surf yet? I can't use Surf yet, obviously. In which case, let's go for Super Rod, because it doesn't really matter either way, does it? Not even a nibble. I know there's Pokemon here. Don't lie to me, game. I know there is Pokemon in here. It might be a weird Pokemon, because it's probably not going to be a water type. It's going to be a... It's a water type. Never mind, it's a Dugong. We already have one of those. Does Dugong just replace Magikarp? And can I just only get Dugong through fishing? Wait a second. Do you not have to... You don't have to time it in Gen 1. Do you have to time it in later generations? You might not. Now that I think about it. Not even a nibble. So we might have to wait until we... Yeah, I think we only get Dugong, is the thing. So we might have to wait a little bit until... Oh, Clefairy! In Discord, by the way, I did ask about should I reset Pokemon to the baby form or the base form. We're not getting a Clefairy because it's level 15. I didn't notice that. That's on me. We talked about it, and we came to the conclusion that yes, we're going to go with baby versions because not all baby versions actually evolve through happiness. Some of them evolve through like level 15 to 20. And I'm going to refrain from happiness grinding them until they are level 15 to 20, depending on like obviously where an episode ends. Because otherwise it might take very long. Then again, if I have to do some grinding, there's a lot of walking involved with that as well, so maybe they'll evolve naturally anyway. This gym actually became more difficult in the remakes because it's very much more clear where the invisible walls are in this version compared to to fire red and leave green. So, I mean, once you know the patterns, where to walk, it's not that big of a deal either way. How many Pokemon do you have? Got 4 Pokemon, so this is going to be a bit of a pain because I don't know what levels. Okay, you're low 30s, so that probably means that the later gym trainers are going to be mid 30s, and then the gym leader is going to be 45 to 50. Which I talked about something last episode, or the episode before that, which was I didn't even know you could do that. But fine, I guess. I talked about the fact that this gym comes after Sabrina's gym in the list of gym badges. It does not. That's my mistake. You can see it on the overlay when I added the overlay. And I get the March badge. The March badge is the 6th one, not the 5th one. That does leave me to a very interesting question though, which is, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Are you... That leads me to believe that you're supposed to do the following. And that is, have the bike, which, that's fair, assuming that you have the bike. Defeat Erica. Then go back to... well, you have to do this, right? You have to do the... Why? The Rocket Hideout under the game corner. Then defeat Erica and do Lavender Tower. At which point you do have a route to go to Fuchsia City. You do not take that. You go back to Celadon City. Get yourself the hot tea in the remakes or just the fresh water in this game. Then you take the cycling road down to Fuchsia City. Do this gym. Then take the route back up to Lavender Town. Then go into Celadon. Not Celadon. What move are we learning? Slash! Definitely, yeah! We don't need Spore. Then you go back into Saffron City from Lavender Town. And then you make your way back to Fuchsia. Go through the Seafoam Islands and go to Cinnabar, back up to Palatown. That's weird. That's weird. But that's apparently the way you're supposed to do it. Well, it makes a lot more sense to do Game Corner, Erica, Lavender Tower, or those who are interchangeable, but you're in Celadon City anyway, so you might as well just do Erica, right? Then do Saffron City, because you also have to do the Sylph's Code there, which is much lower level than either of these gyms. And it's actually, the Sylph's Code is in between these two gyms as far as levels go. So as far as the level curve is concerned, you do, no it's not actually, it's lower than it. So you do Sylph's Code, then you skip the gym in the same fucking city, then you go to the city we're doing now, to this gym, then you go back to Saffron, defeat that gym, then you go back to Fuchsia to go to Cinnabar. It's all over the fucking place. It doesn't follow any logical, like, anything. It's stupid. Say about Hoenn what you will, and there's a lot of things to be said about Hoenn. But at least, like, the way you go through the region with the level curve, it works so well. It's way less open, it's way more linear, the way you go through the first circle and then make your way through again, and then take the other the other route from Morville when you get Surf. Yeah, it's way more linear, but at least you get guided through naturally. Johto kind of does that as well. A little bit like more open. I think Johto is a real good like mix between the two. And you can definitely see that they go more and more linear as time goes on, because you know there's just a straight path. And then when you have to go back to earlier towns, they just assume you fly. Which, frankly, you will. So... But yeah, no, I'm not a fan. to like wrap up that entire topic. And I say I'm gonna wrap it up, and knowing myself, I'm probably going to spend the next 10 minutes of this episode still ranting about it, because that's what I do. But yeah, that's no, it doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me. And I would very much like to be enlightened by everybody that knows what the design philosophy behind all of those stupid decisions was. So please do let me know in the comment section what you think about it and why you think they did it that way. But I think the level curve, I don't know what the level curve is in Fire Red, Leaf Green and just Red, Blue and Green, but I think it's not as fucked as it is in this game. And we start with level 44 in Nidoran, so that's a real good fucking start, isn't it? Let's slash you. That probably just takes you out, right? It doesn't. And for some reason I was afraid I was going to get poisoned by Poison Point there. In Gen 1. I don't understand my own brain sometimes. Secondly, we have a Machamp. That's a perfect opportunity to go into Thanos. Because Thanos will snap your ass away. Okay, so nothing is actually level 45, is it? It's level 44. Probably level 44, 45, 46, and 50. I'm assuming. Hopefully. At this point, I'm actually starting to be a little bit scared because Thanos can one-shot pretty much anything. But the only requirement for Thanos being able to do that is Thanos outspeeding them. And if there's one thing Thanos might not do at this point because it's so low leveled compared to the other Pokemon, it's outspeed. Okay, so it's level 40. Oh no, that actually does make sense. 44 plus 2, 46 plus 4, plus 2, 48 plus 2, 50. That makes a certain amount of sense. You see, I'm starting to get outsped and I don't appreciate it. That means I don't crit anything ever again. I say after critting like the Nidoran twice in a row. Admittedly with Slash, which has a higher crit ratio. Talking about crits, Fury Swipe is actually dangerous because of that. I don't think we'll be in trouble, but we could have been. If that was 5 crits, we would have been dead. The chance of that happening are like astronomically low, but not 0. The chances are never 0. The level 50 Pokemon is a Venusaur. I think we will be fine. So do we go into Blaze or Thanos for this? I'm going to go with Blaze, just because starter versus starter, both fully evolved, 9 levels difference, but I have... Actually, I think this is a fair fight if I had Flamethrower. Fly actually is also super effective. Why didn't I use Fly? I'm going to use Fly the next. Did I burn you? I'm so sad that this is not scoreboard. If this was scoreboard, I would get a point now. That would have been better. Also, could you just not have bothered? It's still a skull if it's burned. You could have just made it a little like flame sprite. That wouldn't have taken that much data, would it? Ah, fuck. I'm playing with a little elastic thing on my pants, and that just absolutely shot me in the toe. That hurt a lot. Okay, so you didn't outspeed before, did you? Oh, wait a second, you get hurt by burn, so... You motherfucker. I mean, you're dead anyway, but that was probably like 1 or 2 HP. Probably 1 or 2 HP at most. Charizard has a lot of HP, by the way, holy fuck. I'm at 134. And I'm level 42. I'm not even halfway to level 100. What kind of ridiculous HP stat do you have in this game? You don't have that kind of HP in modern games, do you? I don't think you do. I guess we are using a Hyper Potion. I probably shouldn't have used the Hyper Potion, but I think you give me the Toxic TM, which is actually fairly useful. At least you do in the remakes. I don't know what you give me in this game. GMO6? I think that's Toxic. Toxic, yeah. Probably gonna give that to someone. I don't know which Pokemon yet, but somebody's gonna get Toxic, especially coming up on some more difficult fights, like the one against Blaine, the one against Giovanni, and then Victory Road. And we have a lot of difficult fights up ahead. But for the time being, we're gonna go use Fly and go to Cerulean. And we're going to go visit the power plant real quickly to end off this episode. It will be a very quick thing. I think I've got enough Great Balls with my Ultra Balls. Even better. Let's... We need to release the Kingler I caught. The Kingler I caught needs to be released. Which also gives you a real good look at how many Pokemon I actually still have in the box. Because you guys might think that I am in a dangerous situation when one of my Pokemon dies. I want you to understand how much of a not dangerous situation this series is in at the moment. And that is... I'm going to have to deposit a Pokemon. So let's deposit Blaze for a second here. Kingler. Oh, you don't, because releasing is actually a different thing altogether. Okay, so that was a waste of time. Yeah, this is how many Pokemon I actually still have left, and some of those I just got like recently. But that's a lot of Pokemon to have in backup. Most of which are immediately useful at level 38. Some of them are like Flarg at level 15, which I would have to level all up. And now we've got Spaghetti and Mickey, which are level 24. And then I think I have like level 30 Pokemon here, Big D and Shelly. But this is all level 38. It's amazing. I don't know how many, let's count how many Pokemon those actually are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. So I've got 20 Pokemon. Actually, that's not that much. I mean, it could be much worse. I could be down to only these 6. I could be down to 1. Luckily, I've got about 20 Pokemon in total. So that's not even a box full. And that means that we're not even going to get a box full in this entire generation. Because we only have the power plant, 2 water routes, so that's 3, Cinnabon Mansion, that's 4, Seafoam Islands is 5, Victoria Road is 6, and then the route leading up to Victoria Road is 7. So we've got 7 left, so we can make it to 27 at most to start off Gen 2, and something tells me that we are going to have at least a death before the end of the generation. Potentially more than one. So, I don't know. We're probably going to be in Generation 2 with like 20-ish Pokemon. Now, that's assuming I catch everything I run into from this point onward. Oh, and Cerulean Cave, obviously. The replacement for the Mewtwo we're going to be able to catch. So, that's 28. That comes close to a full box. That's starting to come close to actually having a full box. So can I just... I can't. Not even with water. I was fairly certain that maybe Surf would work with just mashing A on the water. It does not. You still have to do this, and it's annoying. So this doesn't change into a separate route, I don't think. Technically speaking, I think there's an outside and an inside to the power plant. I'm just gonna go... I didn't even know there was a trainer there. I'm just gonna go inside here and catch the first thing I run into. If it ends up being the Zapdos replacement, that is no more room for items. That is fine. It probably won't end up being the Zapdos replacement because... Okay, I was gonna say, I'm not running into any Pokemon. It might be the Zapdos replacement, which is level 50. And that is a Rhydon, which I don't have yet. And I think I talked about Rhydon last episode. So let's switch the fuck out because you're our electric type. How am I going to damage a Rhydon is the thing. I might want to have Rhydon on my team next generation. I'm content with my current team. If nothing changed about this team for the rest of the game, I will be fine. I really like this team. It's... Oh, that's not a lot of damage. That is more damage than I want it to be. Dude, I don't know. Well, maybe we can replace Lee with something better because Lee is actually trash. I mean, Lee is so trash that I'm going to use a quad effective move against this Rhydon, which is 5 levels lower. And I have faith that it will not kill. That's how trashy Lee actually is. You see, that's quite effective. That's quite effective. Is it actually, is Rhydon a rock type as well? I think it is. I think it's not just a pure... I think it's a rock type. I think it's a rock ground type. That's how trashy this Pokemon actually is. So, yeah, I would very much like to get something better for Lee. And frankly, I probably have something better in the box at this point. As a matter of fact, probably just bringing Nidoking, which isn't a Nidoking yet, it's just Big D, the Nidoran, would be better at this point than bringing in Lee. Because Lee, I mean, again, it's just a little bit of a trashy Pokemon. Just being honest here, it's just not that good. And I'm still going to try to keep it alive, because in later generations it actually becomes a little bit better, and if it survives until Gen 4, it's actually a beast. But for the time being, let's go into... That's a very good question, actually. Let's go into Zone, because I don't think you have anything that can take out Zone. I don't think you have Earthquake. You have Tail Whip, you have Horn Attack, you have Fury Attack, you have one more move. And that one more move might just be a ground type move, I'm aware, but I'm going to hope that it's not. I mean, we're never going to find out because we caught the Rhydon, and I mean, we've got Big B, we've got Big D. I talked about how Rhydon, if you take away the color palette, really does fit in with the Nido family. So I feel like we have to call him Big something. The first instinct goes to Big H because Big Horn, but Big H doesn't really sound that like... doesn't roll off the tongue, does it? So what else do we have, like features? I don't think we really do have much, so we're gonna go with Big H. So we have Big B, which died, Big D, which gonna still... I'm probably gonna bring it on the team. I think I might bring it on the team. I might wait until next gen though, when physical attack, special attack and special defense get split. And then we have Big H, which I think I'm gonna bring Big H actually to the next gym, which means that we're gonna have to do some grinding. But we're gonna have to do some grinding regardless, because I don't know what levels the next... We don't have time. We don't have time. We're gonna go to Fuchsia City because I'm gonna have to do some grinding. Next episode we have a couple of more encounters and yet another gym battle. So we're going through this fairly quickly. We're going to go do 3 encounters next episode and probably a gym battle, maybe not. And then the episode after that we're going to do a gym battle right after that as well, and going into Victory Road. We'll probably, maybe next episode we'll do the encounters and then 2 gym battles in 1 episode. That will be exciting as well. And then we can do Victory Road as its own episode. And then, obviously, the end of this game. We're getting so close. Anyway, it's been a long episode as it is. So, until the next time, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video, which hopefully you have. I'm starting to do this quicker and quicker and quicker, do you notice? I'll see you back next time. Bye.